She's broken, all right. Well, guys, we're back in the shop. Actually, we're filming this on the same day we filmed the Scania video you've already seen, but we've got the pulling tractor here, which we've got to tear apart and see what's broke and see what we've got to do to fix it. And that's what we're going to be doing. Get this tire off. There's something going on in the transmission, so hold tight. We're going to start tearing this thing apart. Right into it. Well, we got some threads we're going to have to fix pulling them out. Not a big deal. Probably should put some studs in this thing, actually. Dude, perfect, because I got jack stand underneath it, Jimmy. Think with your dipstick, Jimmy. Good thing these tires are full of nothing but sailboat fuel, huh? You know what that is? Sailboat gas. Okay, timber. Now I'll let you stand it back up. Oh, I already see some broken parts. Yeah, the brake, pinion, something right up in there. Little foobar. But we gotta pull some panels off here. I don't know anything about any of this stuff, but we're gonna figure it out today. Okay, there's that. I think it's just those right there holding it. Got the 1/2 inch. Oh, and popped right loose, didn't it? All right. Dang, this thing got a Minneapolis Moline rear end in it. That spare rear axle we have over there may not be the right one. It's crazy because like everything on this thing is homemade. There's not like a kit. Ew. Had the tire shine on them tires. That don't look good, does it? Got a brake line that's not even tight. And take that thing loose. Hopefully our caliper ain't too destroyed. Yeah, no bueno, cousin. It's broken, all right. Guess we'll take these bolts loose and pull this caliper out. All right, one caliper out of the way. We'll have to remake some stuff and make it work a little bit better next time, I think. Oh, yeah. She's broken, all right. Well, that's part of the piece that holds the pinion in there.
Is there a video
of it breaking? I don't think so. But you can kind of see the shims that are there, what's left of a seal. And judging by that, we're going to have to pull our roll cage off. Oh my God. Yeah. I don't know, let me get a light and see if we can see in there. Yep, there's a differential right here that is kind of floating around. So the pinion comes in right here, hits our differential, and then it goes to bigger gears on the back. I don't know what they're called exactly, but I guess we need to pull these broken pieces off and go from there. Uh-oh. That bolt's a little foobarred. I think what we need to do is have something made that's stronger than this stuff that broke. Maybe a piece of billet, I don't know. But this is a super popular like rear end that guys are running and tractor pulling, so we might be able to find something aftermarket that's better than this broken parts and pieces. Maybe. But we bought this thing knowing that it had a rear end problem, so now we get to work on it. Sorry for all the beeping in the background. The guys are working, cleaning equipment up and stuff. Whoa, no, move, move! Yeah, she is not happy because this thing should be up and up in there like that. So Not much we can do other than taking the rear end off right here and going backwards with it. But it seems at this point we might as well pull this whole back platform off, which looks like it's made into the cover for the rear 3-point would have been at one point in its life. So, yeah. Don't think it's gonna be too terribly bad, but we gotta get this roll cage off. So we need to do something with the shutoff cable here. Looks like the throttle mechanism and all that. That is a little poopy. Yep, roll cage is coming off. All right, so what I'm trying to do here is get this throttle cable disconnected. Just can't really see what I'm doing here. There's a little hairpin. I'll pull this pin out. Watch your face hole. Boom. Oh, there it goes. It fell. Don't ask me where it went. Now this should come out. Bing bong. Then we can take that loose right there. Pull it out. I know I'm gonna have to say something. All right, well, we got to talk about something. So I'm sure that most of you that watch my videos close have noticed my hands. They don't look great. Look cracked out, and it's not from crack, I promise. I promise. I have this eczema I've been fighting, and it's stress-induced. Go figure. So I've been a little less stressed lately, so it's healing. But let's just say when things are stressed, it gets bad. We've been going to a few different doctors trying to figure out the problem, but that's all I really want to say. It's kind of personal, but when you see me work with my hands a lot, kind of hard not to do that with the YouTube. But yeah. All right, so I think we can shove this through there. When we take it loose, we'll take that off. And that should be it. We'll get them big bolts out and pull this rear section off. That was easy. Now let's hope what's inside we need to fix is just as easy. Here, you see? Hey. Well, our pinion does not look good. So it looks like we need a new ring and pinion, which means we need to take this part of the transmission off, which don't look that bad to do. I'm just not sure. Yeah, it's okay. So what happened was this backing plate for the brakes is also a bearing cup for this right here, which comes inside here where you have your ring and pinion. And you can see your pinion up there in the very front. It's got some damage on it. Yeah, not good. I was hoping it wouldn't be that bad. So what we're gonna have to do is take this transmission piece right here completely off. But before I tear into this and get too crazy, I'm gonna try to see what gear ratio these gears are and see about finding another ring and pinion before we tear it into oblivion. And we need to see if we can find new bearing cups. So let's go look at that other rear end that we got when we bought it. That's from a Oliver, and see if it's the same or not. Model M670 is the transmission model. So if anyone knows where we can find an M670 ring and pinion, let me know. Or if there's any heavier duty parts we can put in here to make it not be broken, I'm game for that. Hopefully our spider gears are, yeah, they've got some damage too. No bueno, that's for sure. Well, that didn't work like I thought it would. So we need to turn this pinion, or this ring gear, see if I can find some numbers on it. I know we're probably gonna have to look up by the tractor and stuff, but if we can find something will be better than nothing. Worst case, we'll have to try to find an old Minneapolis Moline rear axle and transmission out of a junkyard, and we can rob the parts out of that and put it back in here. So exciting! Oh, it's so heavy. Oh, there we go. Found some numbers. Now if we have any luck at all, this will be like a Spicer ring and pinion. Or what those numbers mean there. We can take some pictures and get on the truck and tractor pulling Facebook group pages. See if anyone can help us find this stuff and whatever it might mean. Someone wrote something in it. I'll see if that number 10A 21169. 10A 21169 is what it reads. 69. I'm out of breath. Oh. Let's find something. Parts manual. Oh, that looks like parts numbers. Parts and numbers. That's pulling up jack nothing. All right, well, not much else we can do. We probably should just try to find, a donor rear end that we can rob some parts out of and fix this. And then we'll let Ryan take those nuts loose right there. Those big ones. Yeah. Those are huge. I don't know. Let's go look at that rear end we got. I mean, the bull gears for the axles look the same, but I don't know. Well, guys, I've got some good news. I was searching on my phone. I already forgot the name of this place. It's called STAM, Minneapolis Moline Modern Mahindra, or Modern Machinery Tractor Parts. Maybe you can look them up on Google, but I called the fella. He said he's got a complete transmission and rear axle. He'll sell us for $1,000 out of a gas Minneapolis Moline. What model is this thing? M670. So judging by it being a gas tractor, it hasn't had a whole lot of torque put through it that I know of. He said it would probably was a lower hour tractor. And he's got another rear end, so we're going to work on buying 2 of them from him. So we have one to fix the tractor with and one to have for parts. But now we've got to wait for that. So I'm not going to pull any of this apart until we have the other rear end, get it completely prepped, ready to go, put some new seals in it, stuff like that. But we need to get rid of these things. And these are a stock injector line. These are not no fancy anything aftermarket injection line. So I want to pull these things off. I don't think they're aftermarket. We need to pull just one off, and then we can see if it's the same diameter injection line as a factory line. I don't know. They do look like an aftermarket line, like a little bit bigger. I think they are aftermarket, yeah. So they probably have a bigger pipe through here, which if that's the case, I was wrong. I was gonna go pull some off of a 12 valve we're about to ship up to industrial injection to get built. But with that being said, what we'll do is call up Shy Diesel or someone like that and get them to make us some new injection lines that are the factory style instead of these that someone bent on their vise at home. Because these are sitting in here, rubbing on each other and stuff like that. So we'll call Shy up tomorrow, or maybe industrial injection. I don't know if they have aftermarket or bigger injection lines, somebody. And we also need to do something about this. This is not ideal.
You could make a pipe that goes from here.
Well, either that or we find a way to clock the turbo differently maybe and have a pipe that comes forward, or just something that goes boom right there to the intake. Because there's really no need to do all of this, and especially when air comes up, it's going to hit this and then have to make this hard turn and go back. And I can understand that if we had like a situation where the water injection system needed to like atomize before it went in there to this, but we don't. So we've got some friends that can help us. Well, that's in there. Do something different. We'll make something out of aluminum. It'll look a lot better. It'll function better. So let's see if we can get this apart. There we go. Must be our boost pressure gauge there. And get rid of this thing. I don't like it, like at all. So, best way to do that, and again, I don't want to go changing everything under the sun on this thing, because it was a functioning and running and working pulling tractor. And you know, I was talking to Justin, he didn't really want to get into dumping a ton of money into it quite yet until we knows what does work or doesn't work, or he kind of gets the hang of driving it, which it's definitely a learning curve whenever you have to learn to drive something like this. Oh, we need to unbolt that. So we're just going to try to make it a little bit more reliable, fix some fudgery on this thing, right? All right, we need to unbolt that. Really, we won't need to have that anymore anyways. I'm dropping hardware everywhere. Oh, there's something right here we need to cut. That thing's just leaking all the cutting oil everywhere. Shoot. Had a little siphon going on, I guess. Oh, that'll hold it. Right in our way now, huh? All right, what was I doing?
Taking this tube off.
It's about to cut, oh, right here, cut this loose. Taking this tube off, he says. What is it hitting? Come on, where you're home. Okay. Okay. Oh, dang, scratching the paint. Yeah, look at all that. We don't need any of that. This right here just simply needs to rotate and go to right there somehow. All right. Yeah, I don't like these injection lines at all. Boom. Yeah, I don't like a lot of this. Let's take this loose. Another what? Another motor. Okay, now now if we can just rotate this compressor housing. That boy tight. Still tight.
Eventually.
All right, that's loose. Why isn't it spinning? Probably from all the heat that's been through it. All of the heat. Some prying apparatus. You know, like 2 days ago, this thing ran. But it didn't drive. When I get down with it, it ain't gonna be driving and doing nothing. Another unfinished project. If you put it like right there. Look at that. We can almost get a big old boot put on there. But really, it doesn't even need this freaking 4-inch pipe going in there because that's 3.5. I don't know. I need to make a few phone calls to some people that do tractor pulling and see if it needs something to help maybe cool the air coming out of the turbo. We could also do some like water injection pre-turbo, stuff like that. That may be a better option even over this stuff because you're only going to get so much pressure out of these pumps to overcome boost pressure. That's why most people run like a 2,000 or 3,000 PSI water pressure system versus this stuff. So, you know what I'm saying, Ryan?
Yep.
You catch the drift?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Let's pull a valve cover off. I'm curious to see what kind of valve springs or valve train it's got. We're gonna end up having this whole thing torn down. Dude, why'd you make a freaking mess everywhere? What the heck? All right. Someone got carried away with a little rattle can. Let me find my flashlight. Where'd you put it, Randy? Charged. Hey, it's charged. Look at that. Well, it's got head studs. It's got aftermarket push rods. But can't tell what type of valve springs it's got. Let's pull a rocker off and inspect these valve springs. Because one thing I don't like is if it's got stock, I mean, they're definitely aftermarket valve springs, but if it's got stock retainers and keepers, those are bad about possibly dropping a valve. And that's bad.
Let's just pull the whole motor out.
Let's just pull it out and rebuild it. Justin, if you're watching this video, you're getting a brand new engine. If it was mine, that's what I'd be doing. But he wants to try it out and run it and see what he thinks about it and stuff. Let's just say on the contingency, we pull the engine out, rebuild it, make it new. And if he doesn't like it, I'll buy it.
There you go. All right, let's get to it.
We do have a badass 12 valve at industrial injection right now that could go in here. That I was going to put in my little second gen out front. That could go in.
Blue one?
No, the silver one. What are you talking about? I don't even have a blue truck.
No, the blue motor.
No, that's going in the silver burnout truck. All right, we need a 10 millimeter 12 point, which we have right here. And then a 14 millimeter 12 point. That boy was tight. Okay, so we're not in bad shape. It's got aftermarket keepers in there, and these are aftermarket retainers. I don't know what seat pressure the valve springs are, but that's in good shape. These are an aftermarket push rod. They're not a factory push rod, that's for sure. So, no crazy name brand stuff, but again, we don't know what exactly the horsepower is, so yeah. Now we need to find some injection lines. We probably should pull one off and ship it off or find a way how to measure it. And then we can get some that are made to go on here that aren't all squiggly crazy. And we need to check the clutch. I don't know if we can check what the clutch, if it needs to be adjusted or anything like that. Yeah. I just see all kinds of stuff I want to do. I want to get rid of this fuel system, get rid of this. This used to be a hydraulic pump that was converted to a fuel pump. Get rid of that. Put a tiny Waterman fuel pump on the front of it. Do a billet tappet cover. billet valve covers, billet intake. We need to do a dampener on the front because it has a factory balancer on the front up there still. It could really use a, oh, what do you want to call it? Fluid dampener or something like that on the front. That would help this thing tremendously. Billet freeze plugs.
But it's not yours.
It's not mine. Justin, give me your damn credit card. Let me make this thing sick. Yep. Get rid of the cooling system. It doesn't have any need for that. Like, does not need a cooling system. Yeah.
He's going on and on.
I know. I could keep going.
Oh, boy.
Well, there you have it. We've worked on our pulling tractor. I've torn it into a bajillion pieces. We'll have someone come clean up my mess tomorrow.
It is into the pot.
This thing was kind of complete when we started on it an hour and a half ago. Yeah. Now look at it. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying the streamline. We're keeping these videos flowing. We've got all kinds of stuff coming up. Hopefully get the bunk beds put in the Scania in the next video. Yeah, I asked people to help us find a rear end, but we found it. So, we're on the right track. Got to get these stickers pulled off of here. We're going to get some buyatractor.com stuff put on here. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe, comment down below if you're excited to see us keep working on this thing. And I'm ears wide open to any recommendations or any advice you guys could help us with on doing anything with this tractor. Just let me know. See you later. Peace.